गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत नः शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सेदसादनम् ॐ श्री महागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं भद्रकाल्यै नमो नमः। वेद वेदान्त वेदांग विद्यास्थानेभ्य एव च सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। हरि ओम। नमः श्री शंकरानंद गुरुपादाम्बुजन्मने सविलास महामोह ग्राह ग्रासैक कर्मणे ग्राह ग्रासैक कर्मणे। We will read from 28th verse, page 135. स्वप्रकाशे कुतो विद्या तां विना कथमावृतिः इत्यादि तर्कजालानि स्वानुभूतिर्ग्रसत्यसौ स्वानुभूतावविश्वासे तर्कस्याप्यनवस्थिते कथं वा तार्किकं मन्यः तत्त्वनिश्चयमाप्नुयात्. So we were seeing the portion of Chitra Deep Prakaran where Vedanta Swami has introduced four kind of space. Ghatakash and Mahakash are the Drishta at the microcosm and the Brahman at the macrocosm. Then he introduced Jalakash and Meghakash, reflected space in the water in the pot and the reflected space in the water in the clouds. This is called Meghakash. So Ghatakash was corresponding to Kutastha, or the unmodified self, which is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita 11th shlok to 25th shlok of 2nd chapter. Dehi nityo avadhyoyam dehe sarvasya bharata. So all these things which is not born, not dying, all these things we have seen. And to know that I am unchanging seer is not that difficult. To know that from the birth to death I am the unchanging self is not. You don't have to do anything, you have to just understand that. This was mentioned by the word Kutastha, and it was called the Ghatakash. Space conditioned by the walls of the pot is called Ghatakash. And Mahakash was the Brahman from which the whole world has come, into which it stays and in which it goes back. This is the total space called Mahakash. Then we had Jalakash. Jalakash is, what is Jalakash? The space reflected in the water in the pot is called Jalakash. What do you mean by that? That is meant Jeev. That Kutastha reflected in the thought, in the subtle and the gross body is called the Jeev. Or other word of Jeev is? Another word? Vishwa? Chidakash. Chidakash, Jeev, conditioned consciousness, reflected consciousness, all are synonymous. Then what is Ishwar then? Ishwar is the same Brahman reflected in the Maya. This we had seen. On what else we had seen? We had seen that as Jalakash, as if conceals or hides the Ghatakash, the reflected space in the water, as if it conceals the conditioned space in the pot. As if. Really it has not done. Please understand that. Please, really it has not done it. The pot space cannot be really covered. But my attention goes as I fill the water in the pot and I see the moon in the pot, water in the pot. And somebody will ask, what is it? Only this is the moon reflected in the water. My attention has gone away from the space in the pot. Similarly, there is something called Jeev, reflected consciousness, or false eye. And this false eye covers the Kutastha. Which Kutastha? That changing eye as if covers the unchanging eye. The moving eye, the RC covers the OC. The reflected consciousness in the thought as if it veils the original consciousness in our mind. You say also, I got illusioned. Then what happens when I veil? There is a anyanya adhyas, mutual superimposition. Mutual. What do you buy mutual? Mutual funds? No. Then it's a mutual superimposition, not mutual fund. What is that? The I, kutastha, which was without shape, without name, without quality, it has got personality or a shape. I am man, I am woman, I am rich, I am intelligent, or I am not intelligent, or I am engineer, I am doctor. All are qualities of the gross and subtle body, or a causal body. I am ignorant. So the quality of the three bodies are superimposed on the kutastha. It is influencing something. Unnecessarily it is influencing something. And the consciousness of the kutastha is superimposed on the thought and the body. So body or the thought gets a possessor. Then what do you say? This quality is mine. Body is mine. Mindness has come on the inert thing. Where there is no relation possible, the relation has crept in. I got unnecessarily related to something which I was not related. I cannot be related. Consciousness cannot be related to anything. But now consciousness has got personality and the qualities of subtle and gross body got a possessor. This is called mutual superimposition. And now the samsara starts. Why? Because I has become finite. I has become parichinna, or I have become conditioned, or I have become limited, or I have become as if sad. Now to remove this sadness, I will need another thing at the GB and SB level to complete myself. I am alone. Unless I marry, I cannot be happy. Then I am married. Unless I have child, I cannot be happy. Unless I have my child who studies in a good school, I cannot be happy. Unless he passes well in the exams, I cannot be happy. So foolishness is by adding more limitation, we want to be unlimited. We don't understand that one finite plus another finite is equal to more finiteness. We are not understanding this thing. When you say 1f plus 1f is equal to 2f, so 2 finiteness is more finiteness. And supposing 100 finiteness are there, now there is much more finiteness now. It is not that multiplied finiteness is not equal to infinite. It is more and more finitude you are gaining now. And you are now chasing something which is not there. So this is the sansara of the jiva. Scripture says, I want to take you out of this quagmire. How will you take me out? I will do kutastha jiva vivek, and I will do Brahma Ishwar vivek, and then I will create kutastha Brahma Aikyam. So from 23rd verse onwards, Kutastha Ji Vivek was started, if you remember. Don't think what's going on. We have seen that. 22nd verse. 22nd to 103 verse, Kutas Ji Vivek was there. Well, first time I'm listening. No, I had already explained all this. Not first time I. From 104 to 209 was the Ishwar Brahma Vivek. And from 2010 to 246 is Aikyam Vivek. Aikyam Vivek. No, only Aikyam, not Vivek. So Kutastha Brahma Aikyam. If you remember, if you don't remember numbers, don't worry. But somebody is young, he can remember the number. So you will be more comfortable when it is said. This is what we were saying. Now the question arose that why this, when they, please note, the locus of the Jeev and Kutastha is one. How come that Kutastha I don't know where the Jeev is? Why the Jeev has not known the Kutastha when it is there only? Quite a paradox is there. Somebody is not here, I don't know, that is understood. Somebody is not living in the ashram, I don't know who is he, I don't know where is he, I don't know. Or somebody lives in another room, I can understand. I don't know that person who lives in Parvati block. Or who lives in Vinayak too, I don't know. But he came last night. Yeah, I saw that. But who is he? I don't know. I'll find out. Who is he? I don't know. But somebody is living in your room and then you don't know, then you have to think, why you don't? You should ask him. And you are living in the room for hundreds of years and you don't know. Then again it will be a well, you don't know. Living there, you don't know. It is very surprising. You live in the same room all the time you live and you don't know him. I don't know. How you don't know, I don't know. And if this is a ridiculous thing, immediately when anybody comes, we do namaskar and say, from where you have come, what's your name, what you do, how many children you have, or which place you live, what is your program. You start talking and chatting. This is the wardrobe, we will use the wardrobe. Half you use, half I'll use. Or we'll share the bathroom. This time I use the bathroom, this time you use the bathroom. We have only one. In the places like Prayagraj, what they do, so they separate the bathroom also in two parts. One part is wash basin part. One part is shower part. One part is toilet part. All three are separated and four people are in the room. Dekha hai? There are three parts. So there is the ancient way of there. So everybody can use that. It's not that only one exclusive, so many people can use. I think Vibhuti also is like that. Vibhuti also they have separated, like wash basin is different and the washroom is different, something like that. Just for convenience, because 3-4 people are there and they all can be using that. Well, I don't like that. I want the complete one. In Johannesburg, when I go in that room, there are 2 wash basins in the bathroom. Bathroom is one hole, and 2 wash basins are there. Huh? I think it is for the family one. Like husband, wife or children, they are using simultaneously the wash basin. I think like that, I don't know. Huh? Nobody is saying anything. So, but here, on the same eye is another eye. Kamal hai yaar. Kamal hai. Where this jiva is there kutastha is there. Not even a 0.00 micrometer also away. And all the time it is there. Two people were traveling in the train. He said, Acha, where do you live? Well, I'm coming from Delhi. Oh, well, I'm also from Delhi. Third person was watching both of them. One was old, one was young. He said, in Delhi, where? Well, I live in Chanakpuri. Well, kya baat kar rahe ho? I'm in Chanakpuri. Then he said, which sector? Well, sector C. Are, I'm in sector C. He said, which block? Well, I'm in B block. अरे ऐसा कैसे सकता? हम तो B block में हम ही हैं. I'm in B block. This person was watching both of them. And while watching, he don't do like that. He said, what is your house number? He said, my house number is 1556. Well, I am also there. He said, which floor? Well, I am in second floor. He said, I am also in second floor. He said, in second floor, which room you are in? He said, I am in the first room. As you enter, right? I am also there. Well, I am also there. This person now couldn't keep quiet. He said, are you foolish? You are living in the same sector, same group, same block, same floor, same room. You don't know. He said, you keep quiet. We are father and son and playing with each other. भाई वहीं पे कॉन्शियसनेस है, कूटस्थ महाराज वहीं है और हम भी वहीं हैं. क्या सरप्राइजिंग है. When I am very sad, exactly there somebody is not at all touched by the sadness. When you are totally angry, there is no one who is not at all angry. You don't need to go anywhere to find him. You don't have to dial any number. 101 क्या है अमेरिका का नंबर? 911. There is, when you are extremely scared, there is nobody who is scared there. बोले ये सब क्यों हो गया? ये क्या तमाशा बना के रखा है? बोले there is something called Mula Vidya. And Mula Vidya is of two kinds. One is Vikshep, other is Avriti. Yesterday. Achha. If you had known, supposing you know it, and don't say I know it intellectually, I just don't like this expression in Vedanta, personally. Well, I know intellectually. In ऐसा नहीं है, intellectual, ये क्या, knowledge तो intellectual ही होगी. Any knowledge will be intellectual only. It is not will nasal. और verbal. स्टमक पे तो नॉलेज नहीं होगी. नॉलेज भाई नॉलेज इंटेलेक्चुअल होगी बिकॉज इग्नोरेंस इज इंटेलेक्चुअल. Ignorance is not the nature of self. This ignorance is intellectual, so knowledge भी intellectual हो जाएगी. So don't say I have intellectual knowledge, but I am not living it. This सब बात बेकार की बात है. ये क्या बात हुई? ये कोई, if something is different than you, then you say, okay, intellectually I have known, but I don't know it. I have known that H2 plus O2 is equal to H2. But still I have not experimented in the lab to see that hydrogen and oxygen mix and then water is generated. So I am going to the chemistry lab today. And there I will mix H2 and O2 and then we will see how it is H2O. We had chemistry lab in class 10, 12th. So there was a laboratory was there. So there you can go and the H2 and O2 you mix and then you can see, okay, this is H2O. I saw it. Today I saw it. It is not that knowledge which is not other than you, that you have known it and then you have to do something to confirm it. When you alone are there, knowledge is about you, it does not need something else to confirm. I have either known it or not known it. There is only two ways out. Either you have known it or not known it. If you have not known it, again try to use praman and know it. It's not that I have done theory we have understood, practical we have to do. This will not go with Vedanta. I hope you understand. Ab here you understood Kutastha is there. It is there, it is there. Topic is over. But why I don't understand that? Why I forgot it again? Yes, this is the question. This is a valid question. Practical experience says that we forget it. This is our daily experiences, that I know it, still I behave as if I don't know it. I totally behave otherwise. Teacher is bent on telling every day that you are Kutastha. You are the self which is unchanging. There is no possibility of sorrow, but still I forget everything. Why is it I forget? What is that culprit? I'll tell you. That is called avriti and vikshep. There are two tricksters are there. What? Tricksters. Tricksters mean who make tricks, who delude you. You have got tricksters. Acha, how do they operate? Yes. There is avriti shakti and vikshep shakti. There are two shaktis are there. Na bhati na asti kutastha ityapadanam avriti. Avriti says, avriti means our shakti. There is nothing like Kutastha, neither experiences. Yesterday I was touching about that. Sattva nishedha and bhan nishedha. And therefore I always say, you are the problem, you are the solution. Don't seek solution of sorrow anywhere else. बस कहीं दूसरे का solution ले लो. If you are feeling I am hungry, you can go and eat food. Vedanta reading will not take hunger. If you are feeling cold, put on sweater. By reading or chanting it, cold won't go away. If you are feeling very hot, please put on the fan. Or go out and bask in some, or go where there is a wind is there. But if sorrow is there, it is a not physical problem. It's an intellectual non-apprehension or misapprehension, Gurudev's language. Na bhati na asti kutastha. I hope you are understanding that. Now what you want to say? Now Purva Paksh came. Purva Paksh said, Bhai Gurudev, I have a question. Bole, what is the question? Bole, my question is that Kutastha is of the nature of self-effulgent and light. Exactly. This avriti is of the nature of ignorance. Yes. How can those both be together? Because by logic it is not possible. But experience says like that. Experience says, by experience says I am ignorance, and your actions are showing. Actions are showing. My experience and actions are showing it. Then what shall I? Shall I believe my experience or shall I believe my logic? He says, following, na? This Purva Paksh is coming now. This topic has taken a turn of PP, Purva Paksh. Swanubhutava vishwase tarkasya api anavastitehe katham va tarkikam manyah tattva nischayam apnuyat. This is 29th verse. So, pratyaksh anuman madhye, which one is stronger? He is saying, Swanubhutav avishwase tarkasyapi. If you don't believe in your experience, and logic is not a final thing. What you are saying by logic, it is not understood. So logic cannot be your authority, because pratyaksh is more stronger than logic. Pratyaksh is stronger because anuman is depending on pratyaksh. देखो ध्यान देना, वन इज कॉल्ड उपजीवी प्रमाण एंड वन इज कॉल्ड उपजीव्य प्रमाण. बोले व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय उपजीवी एंड उपजीव्य? सो one praman is dependent on another praman. Supposing you see a mountain and you see the smoke in the mountain. So you say yatra yatra dhumah tatra tatra vanne. Where there is a smoke, there is a fire. This is which praman? Anuman praman. But if you had not seen the association of fire and smoke, you won't be able to make this praman. So this praman, which is the main praman, don't say pranam. It is praman. Which is the main praman is called upajivya praman. So pratyaksh, I had seen association of the fire and the smoke in my kitchen. Earlier kitchen had coal or kitchen had wood. In my house, still I remember, the kitchen was having both the facilities. One was the gas stove was put, and there was nothing called standing and cooking. The standing cooking was the worst concept. This has created a lot of knees problem. Sitting and cooking was there. So there was a gas stove, and here was a chulha. Chulha was there. And another was there. Three were there. One gas stove, one chulha, and other was also there. Wooden chulha. One was coal, other was wooden. Understood, no? So that coal. So if we can see that if there is a fire, there is a smoke. So fire and smoke, that buddhi had vyapti. And then only you can say if there is a smoke, there must be some fire. Don't make otherwise. And if there is a fire, there must be smoke. It's not necessary. Some fire are smokeless. Some are smokeless camphors are also there. So it is not necessary that. But if there is a smoke, there has to be fire. I hope you are following that. So this Anuman Praman is based on Pratyaksh Praman. So one is dependent Praman, other is independent Praman. Not Pranam. Independent praman and dependent praman. Let me now tell me, pratyaksh praman is independent or dependent? Pratyaksh praman is independent or dependent? Some are saying dependent, some are independent. Pratyaksh praman is independent or dependent? Independent. Because it is not based on something other perception you have to know this. But Anuman Praman, Arthapatti, Anupalabdhi, ये सब dependent praman है. So dependent praman is called Upajivi. And independent praman is called Upajivya. Okay. Now here Vidyaranya Swami is saying that you are saying that my experience is something. Your experience is that I am ignorant. But you are making a logic that the kutastha and ignorance cannot exist. So you are contradicting something. So there are two points. By logic, you saying that kutastha and ignorance cannot exist, but experience is that I am ignorant. You are saying. Got my point? So of the two, which one to believe then? He said better to believe on experience, because your logic can be fallacious also. Because anybody can give anything. Tarkasyapi anavastiti. There is no finality of logic. Finality of logic is not there. Finality means conclusive logic is not there. It's not a conclusive logic. Katham va tarkikam manyah tattva nischayam apnuyat. This is called non-finality. Acha. So what is mean by non-finality? That means if you speculate something without the proper data, then other person can speculate something other thing also. This is called non-finality. I hope you are understanding what I am saying. Without data, without proper data. Supposing somebody has fallen on the road, and you start speculating, I think he was drunk, therefore he has fallen on the road. Well, but what the proof that he is drunk? Other persons say, I think he had fainted, he had epilepsy. So by epilepsy, I think he fainted. Third said, I think he was very hungry, then he fainted. When you don't have data and you say something, other person can contradict that also. If you have if you have seen him drinking, you saw, and third person says, no, I'm telling you, I saw him drinking, he had a bottle also around him, and he had been totally drunk, and therefore he was, shaking, he was wobbling while walking and talking, and then he fell down. Then I can believe in you because you have sufficient data to prove it. If you don't have sufficient data to prove it, it's an speculation. It's a guesswork. Other person can guess something else. I hope you are clear. So you are saying, you have two. One is experiences, I am ignorant. But on the other hand, you are saying that the kutastha and the ignorance cannot exist together. This is what you are pointing. I will not believe your guess because scripture do not say that, and that is not proven by anything. But this is a proven fact. At least between two devils, I choose a better one because this is more safer devil. This is a better worst. Somebody said, I will not leave the ashram. Why? I don't like to live in the organization. I want to live somewhere independently. Why independently you want to live? Independently I can do anything. Here I have to do this, do that, that is there. Independently you cannot handle your mind. Independently you will be spoiled. Independently you won't have any support system. You search for the food, first thing is there. Independently you don't know what will happen to you. So here that person was fighting. It is fine, you sort it out and come and live there, because independently you will fight with everybody outside. Here you are fighting with one person. There you will fight with everybody. What do you want to say? This is a better worst. If at all you want to say it is a worst. I am not saying. If at all you want to say regarding fighting, this is a better place to fight. No, not to fight. What? To live, I mean, to live. So one is Anuman, other is Pratyaksh. And that Anuman is not proven. It is speculated. It is more an speculation and guesswork. I hope you are understanding this point. Well, no, I am understanding very much, not this, everything I understood. So, Swanubhutava Vishwase Tarkasya api anavastite Katham vatarkikam manye Tattu nischayam apnuyat. How can I rely on your speculation? Till this we had seen. 30th sloka I didn't chant, I think. Let's read. Buddhyarohaya tarkaschet अपेक्षेत तथा सते स्वानुभूत्यानुसारेण तर्क्यतां मा कुतर्क्यताम्. Now comes the 30th verse. 30th verse, he says, please understand, don't misunderstand me. Well, what is? He said, I am not discarding experience. Acha. Then I want to use the reasoning to in a correct manner so that I can understand my experience better. Oh, then you are right. Please get my point what he is saying. Buddhya आरोह्य तर्कश्चेत अपेक्षेत तथा सती स्वानुभूत्यानुसारेण तर्क्यताम. Supposing you are there and you left somebody on the airport. Which airport you went? King Shaka Airport. And you dropped him to go to Mumbai. You dropped him. Stanley went or Manna Bhai went to drop them. Ultimately, bye-bye, Tata, all these things were done. You saw that he is in the ticket counter and he had the ticket and he went inside, security check, you did like that, and ultimately you came back. He said, tomorrow evening I will reach Dubai from Emirates flight, and after Emirates I will be reaching. Tomorrow, maybe afternoon, I will be reaching Mumbai or Delhi, as the case may be. Then, so today you dropped and came back. Now, next morning, you see him roaming somewhere in Bangladesh market. You wonder what happened to him. I had dropped him. How come he's in Bangladesh market? He can't be two, he is only one. You confirm, sometimes you don't trust your eyes. You came closer and saw. And if something was there, how come he's here? Here is where you require tark. If he is here, that means he had not gone. Something must have gone wrong somewhere. Then you go to him, hello. He said, yes, sorry, I didn't inform you. But what happened? No, I got a bad news. Acha, that flight got cancelled. Oh, that flight got cancelled. But why did you tell me? No, I didn't want to trouble you. Again, you have to come. Again, you are coming every day. I think, so I didn't want you should just come again. Therefore, I didn't want to inform. I took a cab and I just came back. When? When did you come back? No, I waited till 10 o'clock in the night. Then it was late. I thought, why to come in the ashram? So I will search some lodge and hotel here. So I just was here. Really? Are you serious? Yes. Acha? So when is your flight? Why the Emirates got cancelled? Because the Dubai airport was flooded. Oh. No, but you could have called me. I would have come again. No, I don't want to. I took a cab there. Ola or Ola Pola, what is there? Uber. Uber is there. And I came back. This is called. Then you had a tark. Experience and the logic are now supporting each other. They are complementing and not contradictory. I hope you have understood. So he is saying, student is saying, Bole Gurudev, please tell me, can I use the logic to understand the experience? He said, if you are using the logic to understand experience, I have no problem at all. That you can do. Buddhya rohaya tarkaschet apekshet tatha sati Swanubhutyanusarena tarketam. May you use your reasoning in keeping with your experience-friendly logic. You should have experience-friendly logic. Don't have experience-opponent logic. I hope you have understood this point. So he has said, I will not just say any logic, but I will use that logic to understand my experience. Then you understood, yes, this is possible. What? Because you did not understand, the flight has gone, I left him, how can he be another one? He had only one brother, he is not twin also. If he was twins, I could understand, but twins also vary. See, he is not having twin. Now another 31st shlok. Now what is the experience? Svanubhutira vidyayam avrutau cha pradarshita atah kutastha chaitanyam avirodhiti tarkyatam. He says, Vidyaranya Swamiji says, Swanubhuti avidyayam avrutaucha pradarshita. Tell me, is it not that your experience is that coexistence of consciousness and ignorance is there? Well, yes, it is there. I am ignorant, that is my experience. Acha, because I don't know the self totally. If I had known, my problem would have been sorted out. If I had really firmly believed that I am changeless, formless, I am without part, I have no, then I wouldn't have become karta, I wouldn't have become bhokta, I wouldn't have become sukhi dukhi. Karta, bhokta, sukhi dukhi. 4 things are called jiv. I wouldn't have become sad because there is no modification possible in the self. So there is an ignorance factor that makes me forget everything when the time comes to know. So you can say only ignorance is there or only consciousness is there. No, only consciousness was there, then there was no problem. And if only ignorance there no problem. If only ignorance cannot exist without something, you can't be ignorance of nothing. For ignorance, you need somebody to be ignorant, and it is ignorant of something. This desk is not having any ignorance. The desk, there is no one to be ignorant of desk. Following that. So it is very apparent that consciousness and ignorance both are existing. It is not only one is existing. Swanubhuti avidyayam avrutau. This is Vishya Saptami. Avidyayam. With respect to, with regard to avrutau, avaran. Avidyayam avrutau. In the matter of ignorance, in the matter of veiling. What is avidyayam? Swanubhuti. In the matter of veiling, experience is said. What experience? That I exist, I am consciousness, but I am ignorant also. It is not that I am not ignorant. And our whole life, if you see, you will keep on understanding that because I was ignorant on that matter, I thought like that. Because I was ignorant about that person, I thought he is mine. But he was not mine. It was my ignorance, I thought. Because of my ignorance, I was very angry. Because I did not see the matter properly. Because of my ignorance, I was very ambitious once upon a time. Acha? Yes, I was very ambitious. I thought I'll become a very rich person. But it was my ignorance only. Because of my ignorance, I liked that person. I did not know that he is not that good as I had thought. Acha? You understood now? I'm not understanding now? Acha? You are not ignorant now. No, I'm also ignorant on many matters. I don't know how to deal my mind first. I know it's a terrible thing, but I don't know how to quieten it. When it is wild, I go wild, I go crazy. I go berserk totally. I can't tolerate. How to deal with? I don't know how to deal with my anger. I don't know how to get off my sadness. I don't know how to get up in the morning. That's another ignorance. When anger comes, I don't know how to stop it. I don't know how to deal with so many things I don't know about myself only. So you cannot say that I don't know that I am ignorant. I don't know how to control eating food, good food. I like junk food actually. I don't like healthy food. I like some junk food. They have taste. Real taste is in junk food. Acha? Chips, burger, pizza, pasta. Acha? What is it called? Sandwich. All these things, we call it junk food. But really, they have the real taste in that only. Nice pizza is there with the cheese all around, with the olive. Olive is there on the top. Cherry or olive? Olive is there on the top, olive is there. Very fragrance of that takes you to samadhi. So, and where you are eating salad, etc., no fragrance is there. What is this? Salad you are eating, moong dal you are eating. What is it? This is khana hai. Broccoli and lettuce and all these things. Quite tasty nahi. I can't control myself. I don't know how to control. So you agree, don't go here and there. You agree that there is ignorance. I am agreeing. By how much I agree? I agree. No, you have consciousness or you are ignorance. Both is there. If I had no consciousness, who will know that I have ignorance? So I have ignorance. Ignorance is there. I know I am suffering wrongly. I know unnecessarily I am sad, but I can't stop. And logically also understood that I should not have been a jeev, but I am behaving as a jeev. I agree that kutastha is there and the jeev is there, the same place is there. So you agree that both are there at the same time. Yes, I agree. You are right, totally you are right. Acha. At least you agreed. No, I'm agreeing. I want to use logic to know how the experience that I am having is not right or right. Okay. Don't miss what topic is going on. Topic is going on Avriti. Mula Vidya is there was two Shakti in that, Avriti and Vikshep. Now he is explaining Avriti. And why Avriti is there? Avriti is of two. I don't know, and neither Kutastha is there. Now this was the point mentioned. To this Purva Paksh had come. Purva Paksh had said, how is it possible that both can be there? Then the answer was given, both is possible. Don't rely on your logic. Anuman and Pratyaksh believe on Pratyaksh, not on Anuman. If it is contradictory, rather use a logic which is experience friendly to understand the experience. This we were there, and then is this shlok is there. Ataha kutastha chaitanyam avirodhiti tarkitam. So Kutastha and Chaitanyam, they have avirodhi iti tarkitam. They are not contradicting each other. Not contradictory. That means it is not that they cannot live together. They can live together. Well, can you clarify more? Of course. We are meant for that only. Okay. You are meant for that only, yes. Tacha tad virodhi ke neyam. Please raise the volume. तच्च तद्विरोधि के नेयम आवृतिर्यनुभूयताम् विवेकस्तु विरोध्यस्याः तत्त्वज्ञानिनि दृश्यताम् तच्चत् तच्चद तच्चद विरोधी. It is the word is tat तच्चद विरोधी. अच्छा. So तच्चेद विरोधी होना चाहिए. ये शुड बी देयर. तच्चेद विरोधी के नियम. So ध्यान देना, प्लीज बी केयरफुल. What is said here? He said, tell me one thing. If they were, I hope you are following the line of thoughts. तच्चेद विरोधी के नेयम आवृत्ति अनुभूयताम. If the consciousness and ignorance are if kutastha and ignorance are totally opposite in nature, who will experience that I am ignorant? Who will experience? This is called abhyupetyavad. Supposing consciousness and ignorance are inimical. Inimical means they cannot coexist, like the snake and the mongoose. They are inimical. They cannot coexist. Like the dark and light, they cannot coexist. So if they are inimical, then you can never be conscious of ignorance. You cannot talk about ignorance. Why? Because I know ignorance, this statement we cannot make. Then student-teacher relationship is not possible. Student-teacher relationship is possible only when a student thinks that I have ignorance and I have come to you to remove the ignorance. Why will the student come if he has no ignorance? If the ignorance he had known that he had no ignorance, I am consciousness, then why he will come? Why he will say that Shishyasteham, I am your disciple? Then there is no student-teacher relationship possible. Are you understanding? So then what do you want to say? So teacher will also not know how to handle ignorance because he has only consciousness. What teacher's work is there? When he does not have ignorance, then teacher also has no work. Bhai tum bhi jao, hum bhi jaye. Chutti hum log ki. Let's have celebration now. You also go, I will also go. Why you are a student and why I am teacher? Somebody is student because he has ignorance and he wants to remove the ignorance from the teacher. Teacher is teacher because he knows how to remove the ignorance. Then only relation between teacher and student is there. If only consciousness and ignorance are inimical and they cannot live together, then where is the question of teacher coming into picture and where is question of disciple becoming a disciple also? So tached virodhi keneyam avratir anubhutam. By whom will this ignorance be experienced if both were contradictory to each other? I hope you are understanding. Okay. Then what do you mean to say? So consciousness and ignorance are not contradictory at all? Not at all. Not at all. Now be careful. The consciousness is paramarthik satta and ignorance is pratibhasik satta. So paramarthik satta and pratibhasik satta can coexist. I'll give the example. Supposing it is pitch dark in your room and you slept, it's night. You can have a dream in which there is a bright sun. You can have a dream with a big light in the dream because both are different levels of reality. Okay. Understood? So something which is false can exist with something which is true. Rather, false is because of some true. This kutastha is timeless, spaceless, propertyless, it is nirguna. On that there is a superimposition of the ignorance. There is superimposition of the ignorance. So it is not at all opposing the ignorance. Rather, it is giving the support, and substratum of the ignorance is the consciousness. Okay. Then what is opposing the ignorance? The thought of knowledge. Thought of knowledge is opposing the ignorance. Pure consciousness has no animosity to anybody. You are kami, you are krodhi, you are lobhi, you are irshalu. Consciousness is just illuminator. Uska koi matlab nahi kisi se. It is not going to take away your calm and growth, because consciousness is just an illuminator. Sunlight is illuminator. It is not going to do something else. It is illuminator. I hope you have understood that. So, tachet virodhi keneyam avratir anubhuyatam. But vivekastu virodhi syaha. The vivek, the thought of knowledge that I am consciousness. Please note, pure consciousness will not take away ignorance. Because if it has to take, it won't come. The waking state, I am waker, this thought will take away dream. So this thought that I am consciousness will take away that I am G. I am G, this thought of Brahman will take away. Special, so there is a general consciousness and there is a specific consciousness. The specific thought of consciousness will take away the ignorance. I hope you are understanding that. So, vivekastu virodhi syaha tattva jnanini drishyatam. Understood or not? So, Chidabhas is there. Supposing Chidabhas, the reflection of the consciousness is the vritti. Is it inimical to ignorance or not? कोई बोलते नहीं. The reflected consciousness, is it inimical to ignorance or not? Huh? No, RC is not ignorance. RC is real is ignorance. But RC will always be there in the Jnani also. It is not at all inimical to ignorance. Then, please note, on the thought that I am Brahman, this thought is opposing the ignorance. General CB is not ignored. It is like one paper is there and sunlight is everywhere. Sunlight is not going to burn that paper. It is not going to oppose that paper. But if you take a lens, convex lens, and you focus so that the light focuses on that, then it will be opposing that paper. Then it will burn it. So general consciousness is not going to oppose anything. But when it comes to the thought form, thought will work on the thought. And then it will be opposing the ignorance. I hope. So, vritti pratbimbit chidabhas, Brahmakar vritti pratbimbit chidabhas is inimical to ignorance. That vritti will, tat jnana vritti will oppose a jnana vritti, but shuddha jnana, pure knowledge which is there as a kutastha, it is just supporting that. This is what is said here, and this is seen in the knower of truth. This completes the, I think this topic is over, of Avriti. Now next verse onwards, topic will start of Vikshep. Don't think what's going on. What's going on? Vikshep and Avriti is being described. Acha. We will see more tomorrow. Hari Om. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.